So, we are here today at Voices of Dreams, where we talk about migration stories. Today we are here with the former UFC heavyweight champion and now PFL heavyweight champion, legend in the sport, Francis Ngannou.
Thank you, thanks.
So, Francis, you are from Cameroon, right?
Yes.
And you had a very hard road to become a champion. So, my question is, when you grew up, where was it and how was it like?
Yes. It was very hard. So I grew up in Cameroon in a village called Bati. If I could describe my childhood, I would say it definitely was the hardest part of my life. We made bricks out of mud. We had no windows. I had one toothbrush for 12 years. I really had nothing at that time. It was very difficult, but it made me ready for the tough life that was ahead of me.
And while you were a child, at around 10 years old, you started to work at a sand mine. Am I correct?
Yes, I didn't like my life. We had to work. That work at the sand mine was meant for adults. When I came back home, I was shaking because all day long it was raining, and at that hard work my arms were getting numb. At some point I thought like, wow, look at these kids. They are looking at me like I'm worth nothing. From there I wanted to prove them wrong.
But when came the switch? Because you didn't stay in Cameroon, right?
Yes, after the school where I was bullied because I was the only poor one, I began to box in a little box club. I started to love it so much that I even sold my motorcycle for my first box gear. At 25, I had enough of poorness and the sand mine. I started to begin my journey to Europe. I drove with the bus to Morocco, but I couldn't take anything with me. At my journey, that was one of my toughest parts, because I almost starved in Morocco.
Oh wow, why? What happened?
I spent almost 1 year in Morocco trying to get to Spain. I did a lot of attempts in the water, but also in the fences.
When you were in Morocco, where exactly were you living?
Wherever you think, in the desert, in the forest, between trees.
And what did you eat at all the time?
Everything that we find. Sometimes there are people that can make traps to get some animals, but for the most part we couldn't wait till night to go to the market trash and find rotten stuff, wherever it's tomatoes, potatoes or chicken legs. Eating chicken legs was the best part.
That sounds very hard, but one day it worked, because if it wouldn't, you wouldn't be here. Am I right?
Yes, it took me 7 attempts to finally be in Spain. When I came to Spain, the first 2 months I was in prison. After that, I finally came to France, where I became homeless. I lived on the streets, I didn't have any money and I didn't have any papers. Anything that I had was a dream, becoming a boxer like my idol, Mike Tyson.
And how did you overcome this hopeless situation?
While I was searching, I found one of my best friends, which I'm still friends with today, my friend Dezember. He gave me money, he found an apartment for me, and he ensured that I could train for free.
Wow, sounds like he helped you a lot.
Yeah, he made many things possible for me.
And you said you found a place for you to train?
I started at MMA Factory. My coach saw my potential immediately. I mean, how can he not? I'm bigger than Ronnie Coleman and had power like prime Mike Tyson. He gave me like 2 bags with clothes and training gear for free and declared he will train me for free.
But you said you wanted to become a boxer, and the MMA Factory and your career shows that you didn't stay at that plan.
Yes, I wasn't really interested in MMA, but a boxing career was not possible. Without papers and no promoters, and then with my accent, I didn't have any chance. So I started training MMA instead. And the same year, I started my professional MMA debut. After just 2 years and 6 fights, I already got signed at the UFC.
Oh wow, that's really fast.
Yes, but I was already 25, so yeah, it was for good that it was going so fast.
But you said you couldn't box because you didn't have any papers. So how has your legal situation been clarified now?
The UFC did it. They obtained a work visa for me for the USA and also got me a residence permit for France.
And what happened in the UFC?
What happened in the UFC? History, my friend. The first African UFC champion.
Francis, your journey is one of the most powerful examples of resilience we have ever heard on this show. Thank you very much for sharing it.
Thank you. I'm grateful for sharing it.
And to everyone listening, thank you for joining us. If this episode moved you, share it with someone who needs inspiration today. Until next time, stay strong, stay curious, and keep fighting for your dream. Goodbye.